Not, screw it. Not going to start with the video like that. Well, hello everyone, this is Wolfblood, making, attempting to make this video. I, so it's, with Deku had the Black Light virus and T virus. Oh, oh, so, oh, blood, lots of bloods, because T-virus and Black Light virus are not a good combo to have. And yes, Deku will have both of them. So, prototype virus has already happened. Um, I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory. What happened to James Heller? After the events of Prototype 2, a couple years has passed, and a weird phenomenon has happened. Quirks has become a fiend, and on try number. Give me 1 second. Trying number the enemies, the military names are. Give me 1 second. I think. Black Watts. Yeah. Black Watts was starting to become a new for thing. We're starting to lean more into science. During the what happened to the Black Watts was Black Watts was honestly after Prototype 2, after the near end of world happened, a new company arose and called themselves the Umbrella Corporation, and took Black Watts out of business because how many close counters they had. And so the Umbrella Corporation is the biggest business right now. So they have the cure. They do not. I see. Yeah, they have a cure to the Black Light virus. So, yeah. And Quirks became a fiend. Like a couple years after Umbrella became a fiend. Jeez. Yes, Umbrella heard about Quirks coming to they heard about powers coming in recognition. They think it was another Blacklight outbreak, aka another Mercer virus outbreak. They they checked out checked the child, aka the very first Quirk user, if they were infected with Blacklight virus, because they were glowing. They checked it. The child was not infected. So yeah, they went back to starting their own virus, the T virus. I want to say, All for One heard of Black. Uh, Actually, I want to say 30 years later, All for One was born. All for One, um, as yeah, 30 years later, All for One's born. When he was growing up, he heard about the Mercer incident. He knows about James Taylor, and he's infected, and he wants the virus. But he could never find it. So, cut to a time where Izuku Midoriya was born 100 years into the future. Um, so yeah, Izuku was born quirkless. And so it basically went like canon. Midoriya is born quirkless. And until he cut 14 years later, there's All for One got the black light virus and got a new virus. He does not know how the black light virus or this new virus is going to work. All he knows is called the T virus. So he decided to look for a quirkless person. And the doctor who All for One's doctor says, I got a person. His name is like Izuku Midoriya. I say we should wait 15 years later. Give me 1 second. Okay, back to where I last left off. I believe I was when All for One was talking to his doctor, trying to find a host for these two viruses. And Izuku Midoriya is the one they want. And before this is 15 years. Cut back when I said he was 15. Scratch that. Alright, All for Ones will say we should wait until he's 15. Give me 1 second. So, and the doctor says, let's give it to around 5th. We can wait about 15 years. And All for One says, yeah, 15 years will be fine. And 15 years later, Izuku is walking around, minding his own business. I want to say this is, winter. No, this will happen sometime during the fall. Yeah, this happens sometime during the fall. So, oh, Deku, was walking around, looking at all the leaves. Then all of a sudden, everything went black. And I want to say about 30 minutes later, he woke up in a dark room. And then the TV screen pops out and says, I hear you're quirkless. Is that right? And Aizuku says, Who are you? Where am I? And how you know I'm quirkless? And All For One says, I know why, fiends. Nothing to be worried about, child. I want to give you a gift. I'm going to see. I'm going to give you a quirk, maybe. If you follow my directions. Do you understand? And Aizuku says, No, wait, no one can do that. No one can give me quirk, well. And All For One says, my quirk allows me to take and give quirks. And Midori says, that's impossible. And All For One says, as I know, but you have to do one thing for me. He tests out these 2 new vials of experimental stuff. And Izuku is always want to become a hero. So, Izuku says, if I do this, would you let me go as well? And All For One thinks about it. He says, you'll be let go, but you also have to work for me. Is that a deal? Aizuku says, but I am not in hero school yet. And All For One started laughing. He said, child, I'm no hero. I'm the #1 villain. And you already agreed to the deal. So, it's too late for you now. And Aizuku, oh no. And Aizuku's starter walks out. He says, young Midoriya, it's funny expecting you here, now isn't it? He said, it's you, the one who diagnosed me as quirkless. And the doctor says, yes, I know, and I'm very sorry for you. And the doctor pulls out 2 syringes, poking Izuku with the black light virus first, then the T virus after. Izuku starts screaming, shaking uncontrollably, becoming evolved, and something else as well. His DNA was perfect for the T virus. The T virus bonded to him. And so real quick, letting you know how the T virus and black light virus will work. Deku will be able to bite someone and turn them into zombies, or scratch them. He can't. Hold on. Excuse me. I knew burp was going on. So basically, he will be able to start the end of the world. And All For One's going to call him Project Doomsday if they ever need him to fight the heroes. And All For One comes down, giving Izuku a neat little quirk called Blood Sight. He's able to see anyone who is living, but at the same time, this will affect his evolved form. The black light virus tampers with um the blood sight. Actually, All For One gave him two quirks: blood sight and what should I give Deku? Trying to think of a good quirk. I'm trying to think. Ooh. I I don't know. What trying to think. If you guys have a good idea for a quirk, name one. Honestly, tell me the quirk idea. If you've wait, I might got an idea. You know what? I'm going to give Deku basically Deadeye. Yeah, give him Deadeye. Actually, no, I'm going to give him the knowledge of weapons. He now know how to use basically all weapons. Except he just can't drive vehicles. He does not know how to work tanks or helicopters yet. And All For One says, well, that's your two new quirks. I hope you like them. And they bring, I want to say they have James Heller in a seat. Basically, he's basically half dead. Actually, he's quite literally almost dead. And they told Izuku, if you want your full powers, you need to consume him. And Izuku says, wait, what do you mean by consume? And All For One says, you're no longer human. And you're basically I gave you quite more powers than I should have. I said never give you those quirks, but a deal was a deal. And I always keep my deals. And Izuku simply, he learns how to consume and gain all the powers from Prototype 1 and Prototype 2. Let me name all the powers real quick of Prototype 2. His only power will be tendrils. That's basically the only new power he will be. A power. Actually, his starting power will be the claws. He has all the abilities of uh, of. Right now, he's starting off with claws. So tendrils he will get later. Will be second. His yeah, so tendrils, blade. Oh, I'm going to name all of them real quick. Tendrils, claws, blade, whip fist. Trying to remember the others. Give me 1 second. So I name blade, whip fist, hammer fist. This give me 1 second. I need to write down all the powers. Just saying. Um, so yeah, whip, tendrils. Oh, yeah. He will have the armor, but not right now. He will have whip fist, tendrils, muscle mass, claws, hammer fist, and blade. He will also have thermal vision and infected vision, shield, armor, and the shape shifting. For T-virus, ooh, another thing that another thing you'll also get from prototype is regeneration, regeneration, super safe, super speed. I So, super strength, super speed, and super regeneration. He basically will be like Wolverine. For Resident Evil powers, you just get super strength and super speed from those. So he will be able to lift up to um normal James Hunter is able to lift up a helicopter. Um Resident Evil will powers will be more. I know Wesker has double amount of human strength and double amount normal human speed, so he's very strong. If he's basically, um, I want to say he's about, um, he's not, he's about 70% of 70% of One for All. That's his normal punch. Yeah, he's a strong boy. And he will also be able to infect other people. Ooh, he will also have the biomass explosion, and that's it. I see, no, biomass explosion, and once Hunters becomes a thing, he'll be considered a pack leader. And Izuku is now the only evolve in the world. And I want to say, all for one, let him go. And it's about the start of the anime. He can, ooh, another form, another thing of his, I feel like when he consumes people, he would get the quirks. So yeah, he's gonna be OP as hell. And no, he's gonna be a hero. And I wanna say Deku actually was let out. So start of the anime time. Everyone thinks he's still quirkless, but less do they know, he's actually pretty OP. I want to say Deku fought Bakugo more than once, and he told him, I might have I got some new abilities, Bakugo. You're not the only one with tricks up your sleeve. And Bakugo says, oh yeah, um, quirkless nerd, show me what you got. And Deku actually formed his claws for the very first time. And Bakugo says, "Holy shit, did Deku actually just got his quirk?" Thinking this, and Deku says, just look at his hands, saying, "Nope, don't want these." Turn his hands back to normal, because Claw Fist is super dangerous. No, claws are super dangerous. He punches Bakugo straight into a wall, knock him through it. it this is, I want to say that this was 2 days before the start of anime. Knocking, hold on, give me a second. Sorry, my little sister walked in. So yeah. Um, yeah. Uh, so yeah. Time for the sled to visit villain accident. Incident, not accident. Jeez. Incident. So Deku was just walking through the the um under the tunnel, and Deku heard some movement, and Deku used his blood vision and seen the sludge villain coming a mile away. He, and he formed his claws, knowing he wouldn't be able to hurt the sludge villain. If he heard noises, that's just family. And I'm going to pause real quick. Alright, it quieted down so I can read and continue. I know there's a lot of cuts and pauses. Um, so yeah. Trying to think what might happen. So yeah. When the sludge villain try to attack Deku, Deku just starts swinging his claws, just like saying, "One, try to take me on," and just start slashing into the sludge villain. Then All Might comes up, just seeing Deku just slashing at this sludge villain, and use a Thrower's mouse, I believe, knocking the sludge villain out. Deku basically changes his claws back to normal. And All Might says, "Ooh, that's pretty strong quirk you have there. What's it called?" Deku realizing everyone's going to think it's a quirk. He says, unknowing what to say, because he hasn't told his mom yet about what happened to him, and just says his quirk is called um shapeshifter. Because knowing if he just says, "Oh, I'm infected with the blacklight virus that happened almost like 100 years ago," they would be like, "Oh shit, quarantining the entire area and infected with some new virus." So, oh, at this point, I want to say Deku has accidentally infected the sludge villain with the, I want to say with both, with the blacklight and the T-virus. Unlucky for the sludge villain, he started to change in the prison. This is where I'm going to left it off with a cliffhanger. Yes. All you need to know is the apocalypse is about to start. Yes.